1998 F150 driver's door window motor and op. Doesn't work. How do I know it's the motor? See the light? See it get dim? As I'm pushing the auto down, you know, the switch to go down, the light's dim. So that to me is telling me that the switch is working and the motor getting juice, so it's draining the battery down, so it's dimming the light. Okay, so what you do is you pull this switch up, grab it right here and there, pull it, pry it up, boom, comes up. See, it just fastens in there with a clip there and a clip there. If you look down inside the door right here is a little plug. Pull that little plug up with a little screwdriver, and then you'll see the handle inside here, inside there, this handle, there's an 8mm head screw holding it on. So you take that screw out, bolt out, and you can pull the handle out, okay? Get the handle out. Take the key off. And then you got that done. And then you come over here and you pull this piece off. Just held on there with a clip. Pull it. Comes right off. Same thing with this panel piece right here. Grab it, pull it, wiggle it around. Held on with two clips. Okay? Sorry for all the movement. Alright. So now got the switch up. Got the handle. Switch up, the handle out. You know what you can do is just grab a hold of the door right here and give it a quick jerk and it lifts up. The whole panel lifts up. But here, I'll show you. Watch. Okay. So now the whole panel is loose. So look, see it? The whole panel is loose. But I need to get these. I need to get this switch unplugged, so I can pull the door panel off. Okay, so I need to unplug these. So you got all these little clips. Push them in and pull it. You know, same thing, push it in and pull it. All right, so we're gonna remove the switch. For the window switch, it's got two separate connectors, one on each side. So you got, one on each side, you got the clips you gotta push in, okay? So don't try to pull them both when you're only pushed in one side. So do one at a time. Push the harness inside there, then you can pick the door up and get the whole thing off. Okay. This plugs into the little light on the side. I must have pulled it out. Wasn't thinking. And this is an old vehicle, so things happen to get broke because it's old plastic. Okay, the motor's down here. What you need to do is remove your little cover the best as you can without ripping it. Okay. So remove this panel up from around the bottom best you can. Okay. We'll do that. Okay, what you need to do is remove the speaker. Okay, take the speaker out. Got 4 of those screws. There they are. 4 of them. And those are 5.5, okay? Unplug the speaker. No matter what you do with this panel, there's no holes. So, but anyway. So what you want to do is plug your switch back in. Turn your key on. Feel the window motor for the metal part, not the plastic part, because the top part is plastic and the bottom part is metal. Get a small hammer, ball peen, like that one. Reach down inside there and tap on the metal while you are holding the switch to go down. Now the window motor works. Okay? What you want to do is put the window not all the way up, but you want to be able to get your hand inside there, and you don't want any tension on it, so you can unbolt the motor. Now, in order to get to the motor, you have to unbolt the regulator, or like somebody already did for us here. They got these things all taped up, so I gotta cut the tape so I can get this thing out of the way for you more. All right. Hold on. Okay. This is a factory hole. That's a bolt holding the motor on, and you have to drill 2 holes. I don't think they're factory holes. So, if the holes aren't there, and you gotta drill them, then you gotta measure straight up from the center of it, 2.5 inches, okay? And 2 1/4, 2.5. 2.5 on the top, 2 1/4 on the bottom. Now see, you're just running right over that rivet. And you're just running right along that rivet and them bolts. So you square up with that one, the one there on the right. And you run it straight up and you drill the holes. 2.5. Oh. All right. From here, run your line from the center of this bolt, run your line just along the bottom of that rivet, all the way up, 2.5. And same thing from this bolt, from the center to the top of the rivet to there, 2 1/4. Drill 2 holes, the hole saw, then you can get to the 2 8mm bolts that hold the window motor on. 1, 2, and then the third one, okay? Remove those. And you can pull the window motor out of the regulator, and this is the connector for it. Okay? All right, I'm gonna pull it out, and then I'll show you, and then I have to go get my part. Here's the screws that hold the motor on. Okay? Get yourself a magnet, make sure you can grab them. Careful with this hole. It's kind of big, and the screw falls down through it. So here's the motor. Just screws into plastic, and I'm pretty sure they give you different various connectors to fit. So I need to go get me a motor now, and we'll continue. Match up your motors, make sure they're correct. Look at the teeth, look at your connectors. If the connector's wrong, make sure you find the one they give you that plugs into the factory harness. But exactly the same. So all you need to do is put this one in there. And on that one screw with the holes kind of big, get a little bit bigger washer on here so it doesn't fall through. So it actually does something for you. Okay. And these are self-tapping. There's no threads in there, so be careful. All right. Plug your motor in. And when you get your motor in there, it goes down in there like this. So get it down in there, find the hole, and line it up as close to this as possible. And once you get it in there, push it in, make sure it's sitting in there flush and flat. Turn the motor to line up your hole and put a screw in, okay? And have your driver ready to go, okay? You have a impact driver. You don't want to use like a 3/8 impact, because it might be just too much, okay? Okay, I just want to show you how it looks. See how the plastic in that hole is flush? All right, that's how it's supposed to look. I got the other 2 screws in there and tight. Okay. I got a little bit of bigger washer for my screw. Not too big, so it fits in there. All right, motor's in, plugged in. Let's see if it still works. Perfect. Okay. Now unplug your switch. Put your speaker back in with your 4 screws. Speaker's in. Time to put your door panel on. See those holes? Got those clips. See them? Along the bottom and on the sides. Them go in those holes. Okay? So now I just put the door panel over it and slide it on down. And don't forget about your lock rod. And one more thing, dig out this light so you can plug it into the little light that goes on the side underneath the armrest. Don't touch the bulb, extremely hot. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to line it up onto this, just get this started. Have the door panel against it, get it started. Before you push it down, make sure you push the door panel in from the sides. That you're in all the little notches, okay? And those 2 in the center down there are little boogers to get started. So, okay, so just get it started in here. Push up against the door and get everything lined up, and then push the door panel straight down. Bam, bam, bam. When you get it lined up, bam, push it down. So that hole's lined up, and that hole's lined up. Put your hand all the way around the sides, make sure there's no big gap. Bottom down there sticks out a little bit. I tried it a couple times, pulled on it, still a little gap, but the hooks are in there, so it must be just warped. Okay, so then you pour your harness up, get them out of the way, get your lever in there with the bolt, and then tighten it up, and then put your little plug back in. Make sure this is all nice and tight. Put your little cap on, plug your switch in, snap it in. There's 2 clips and a little guide right here. Make sure that gets in there. And next you need to do is your little front corner piece here. 1 piece goes on there, line it up, push it on. Next one is the pillar part. Just goes over and line it up. Put it on. All done. Get some cleaner, clean up your door panel, get your hand marks off of it, and you're all set. All right, that's good. All right, if I gave you a hand helping you out, that's awesome. If you could subscribe to me, that'd be great. If you already did, you're awesome too. I appreciate it. Thank you.